Ooh, are we live?
We
I
sure
see.
are
I see
live.
the live
We
thing
are
counting. Oh God, I'm nervous.
we are live now.
I don't
What's
know how
up,
to do this whole
everybody?
YouTube thing.
What's up, everybody? This is your guy, Captain Prophet Wolf from Muscle K Philly chapter. And look what we have here. Nightmare Paintball. Finally, Nightmare Paintball.
Finally show up.
Wow.
Who'd have
I
thought time differences exist in this country? You know, like
man.
Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time. It's all the same thing to me. Hey, Nightmare, we're
Wow.
gonna have you on at 1 o'clock. Okay, 1 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, hey, where are you, man? I'm like, dude, it's only like 10 here. What are you talking about? Like, no, dog, it's at 1 o'clock where I'm at. Weak. My bad.
Man, time does fly. I'm not gonna lie, but what was it? Friday or Saturday? I think Saturday. Daytime savings came, so
Oh, dude, that was
it
so brutal.
it
My
even
kids were
pushed it
up an
back even
hour
more.
earlier. I was like, dude,
Yeah,
go to sleep.
yeah.
I
I
hate
I
daytime savings.
I didn't
Weak.
even get no sleep that day. Actually, it was crazy. Like it was. Anyway,
You're having nom flashbacks now. You're like, oh God, what happened?
anyway.
I don't want to talk. No, Charlie, now.
Yeah, that's another topic for another time.
The day that Prophet got PTSD from daylight savings time. That sounds like a good YouTube video if you ask me.
That was the worst, bro. Like that was the worst, man. I got
Nothing.
something about it. I got something
At least
about
it happens
it.
like
Yeah,
outside of paintball season. Because if like daylight savings time happened during paintball season, I think a
yeah,
lot of us would be screwed. Because it usually happens on a Saturday, right? So
yeah,
you wake up Sunday, and at least you're
yeah.
not late for an event. So we have that going for us.
The worst, bro. The
Oh, dude,
worst.
Hondo P, the worst.
Ooh, but this topic, man. I am ready. I am
Oh,
ready.
are you? Are you really though?
Strategy and moving forward.
There's no such thing as paintball strategy.
I don't know. I can't tell.
What are you talking about, man?
I
There's no
can.
strategy.
I cannot tell. The way you move is always a strategy.
Nah, I'm just really good at thinking on the fly. You ever see like what happens when you cut the head off a chicken?
Yeah.
You get me with the right people, that is me. I will literally. I am the chicken with his head cut off on the paintball field. Like
Yeah.
if they're like you can hear the Benny Hill song in the background, and I have ADHD, man. I can't sit still for more than like five
Oh
seconds.
man. Yeah.
They're like, all right, Nightmare, you're gonna camp.
Yeah.
You're gonna snipe from this direction. We want you to on this. I'm like, okay, I'll lay there. I'm like, oh, I'm bored. Bye.
Wow.
Just straight up, just gone. I am the absolute worst when it comes to following orders on the paintball field.
How do you do it though? Like, well, wait. Before you answer this question, I always start off with this with the intro. So, Nightmare Paintball, where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? That's what I
uh,
really want to know.
okay, I get this question a lot because everyone's like, if you come up with a name, it
Yeah,
has to be given to you.
yeah,
Um, Absolutely not. That's not true. So my gamer tag used to be Abrupt Assassin. I used to be a clan leader of a Call of Duty clan back in like the Modern Warfare 2, 3 days. We actually had like a top 50 clan.
yeah.
God damn it! I wish I would have stuck with that. It could have been like YouTube famous by now. I digress. That fell apart, and then so I got tired of all these kids going assassin, assassin. Like when they're talking to me, I'm like, I hate this name with a passion now. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, what name do I want to come up with? I was like, I don't know, man. Nightmare. Why not? I'm gonna be Nightmare, fueled by hatred. Nightmare, FBH Nightmare.
Yeah.
And then I got into YouTube, or I got into paintball, and I was like, oh, cool. Maybe I should make a YouTube channel. It'd be kind of fun. That's a whole other story for a whole other. It's a really long story. But basically, I was like coming up with a name. I was like Nightmare Paintball. I
Yeah.
wanted paintball in the title, right? Like, because search engine optimization. You want the word paintball to come to me. I wanted like when people search paintball, they're gonna find my channel, even though I was an absolute nobody. So what ended up happening is I was like, okay, well, Nightmare Paintball, and it stayed Nightmare Paintball for a really long time. And I can show you my original logo. It is trash. But then eventually I became Nightmare PB just because I wanted to shorten it up. And so yeah, it just stuck Nightmare PB. And yeah, at this point, I want to like if you look at my YouTube name, it's Nightmare Space PB, but I want to change it to Nightmare No Space PB, like all one word.
Yeah.
But if I do that, I lose my verified check mark on YouTube, and I don't want to lose that. So
Mm.
it's one of those games. I have to go talk to
Yeah.
like a community manager and be like, hey, I'm going to change my YouTube name real quick. Can you re-verify me like in 5 minutes so I can have my check? Come on. YouTube is all about the clout. It's all about how many subs you have, how verified you are. Do you have your check mark or not? You know what I mean? So it's for me to get rid of the space in Nightmare PB and just make it all one word.
Yeah.
That would be my ideal username right now. Actually, I wouldn't even be Nightmare. Do you know how hard it is to market Nightmare? Like Google Nightmare, see what comes up. Usually you get like My Little Pony horses. Yeah, it's
strange, but it's there. It's there somehow though.
I was like, do I want to be known as the guy with a pony as his logo? Also, I want to give a special shout out to everybody hanging out in your chat right now. I see Phantom PB and Ghoul, aka the Power Couple, on my Discord. Phantom, where the hell is everybody? Get them all in here, guys. And if you're here watching this podcast right now, make sure you drop a like, share it with your friends, do all that fun stuff that you know you should do when you're watching cool bomb YouTube videos. Drop a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. What else can I say? I feel like I've done this once or twice.
Appreciate it.
Telling you, man. Stick with me, kid. I got a lot to teach you.
Hey, I'm here to learn.
Ryan's in the chat now. Ryan McGehee, Dr. Rush. Guys, look at it. We're getting some of my guys over here. I love it. Guys, welcome to the Prophets channel.
He said it's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
I like that.
Dr. Rush, man. He's been
like
honestly, he's OG as it gets with my channel. Not as OG as say like Phantom, but like he is OG.
Yeah.
It's like super cool dude. Wow. He makes better videos than I do. Yet somehow mine get watched. I don't understand. I'm just better at clickbait, I guess.
Yeah. But you know what, Nightmare? It's funny you say that because I remember my first time getting into paintball, which was 2018. Ooh. When I got into paintball, actually. And, I didn't know anything about paintball. I just brought me, at the time, a TMC.
Ooh, TMC. Baby.
Brought me a TMC, a Tippmann TMC, and that was my first ever gun. And so I'm looking up, people, whatever. I'm checking people out, what paintball was the first one I came across. And after that, I'm like, who is this guy? Nightmare Paintball. I'm like, who is this guy? Let me check him out. I'm like, man, this dude has some dope videos. Like, the videos were so dope to the point where, I had to learn how to maneuver in MagFed paintball.
It's hard. It's a different ball game. I mean, when you step on the field and you're only rocking 120 rounds, but the guy across the field from you has 120 plus ready to go. You have to change up the way you think a lot. I find it's a bit of give and take. You can't just rush. You can, but you got to be good at it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. The first few times I went out there, I got shot so many times. I was mad scared. Man, it was so pointless to me. It was I could just stand in a bunker somewhere and just stay there. I wouldn't even move.
Yeah.
I was so scared to shoot my gun. It was like, yo, I'm just gonna shoot anywhere. Hopefully I tag somebody. That's just how it was for me, But then once I learned to watch the videos and learn from other people, and it was just like, you know what? This is dope, man. I think I can get used to it.
It is. It's something else, man. The biggest strategy I have, especially being MagFed's not big anywhere in Canada. You might have little hubs here and there. So when you play MagFed, you're generally playing against people who have a lot more paint than you. And so for me, it's a lot of the strategy comes down to shooting and moving. Yeah. People don't like to be shot at. Straight up. Even in paintball, you don't want to be shot, you don't want to be hit. So if someone's peeking out from a corner and you want to move, you're going to put down a ball or two. Maybe you hit them, maybe you don't. But as long as you hit that bunker that they're on and you give that bang, bang sound. Yeah. And as soon as that first ball hits, you're gone. Because that first ball is going to put their head in. And when they peek back out, you've moved. Seabreeze Paintball was the perfect place that I would use this strategy because I knew that field inside and out. That was my home field. We had names for every little bunker. Me and my squad, we knew, if we called out Whiskey 1, nobody knew what Whiskey 1 was. You know what I mean? Wow. Only we knew. So if I said, there's 2 guys on Whiskey 1, I'm moving to Bravo 2. They're like, what the hell? What do you mean he's moving to Bravo 2 and we're on Whiskey 1? We literally had a map that we studied. And we actually had every single bunker and feature and house labeled. And then so we'd make those call outs, and then Tuna would make a flank, I would go the opposite way, and we just ran that field just because we had that strategy. We knew how to put people's heads down, We
Yeah.
knew the field really well. Now, where I live and play now, the fields aren't set up the same way. It's not as nicely organized with houses, and it's catered to making money. It's very you show up, you meet on the 50, you spend as much paint as you can, last man standing wins. So that strategy doesn't really work where I'm at, but yeah, it's a strategy you can still work at almost any field. If you play the same field all the time,
Yeah.
learn the field, especially if you roll with the same dudes, because that's what makes paintball fun, right? And I'm sure everyone in the chat can agree to this right now. I'm pointing the wrong way. Everyone in the chat can agree to this right now, that it doesn't matter what gear you use. It doesn't matter how good you are. It's the people you play with that makes paintball what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you shoot round ball, first strike, 50 cal, whatever. It's the people. So if you can go out every Sunday or whenever you can and play paintball and have fun with those people and come up with a strategy that works, it makes paintball so much more fun.
Wow. You know what?
Poor Ryan. Ryan's wishing that he could that I can make it to 0 hour. I'm sorry. I wish I could, man. All the cool events are like centralized in America. Like there's nothing on the eastern coasts.
Yeah.
Eastern and western coasts. Like there's super game on both coasts now, which is super dope. But like all the cool MagFed events are like always central, and the cost of travel right now is just so ridiculous. Like I would love to fly out and just play games nonstop.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, YouTube doesn't pay me nearly what my regular job does. So I have to pick and choose. Do I want to be poor and play paintball, or do I want to play the events that I can go to on occasion and still afford to feed my family?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, man. Paintball's not as big as it used to be. I mean, like paintball 2016, like 2014, 2016. Oh, those that is I will call that from here on in the apex of YouTube and paintball. Like if you had 100,000 subscribers in 2014 and you uploaded a video, it went to 100,000 people's sub box. Whereas now, if you haven't watched a paintball video in like 2 years, you're not even going to know that someone who makes a paintball video even exists. So it's wild, wild west. No, I'm not doing a water check, guys. Stop it. I don't have water. I only have coffee. Stop. See, this is what happens when I invite my shenanigan people to show up.
I see. It's a lot.
Your people are way better than my people. My people just harass me nonstop. Like dance, monkey.
But no, I will definitely be at 0 hour. Definitely looking to be there, coming there.
Rub it in. Yep. No, it's fine. No, go ahead.
It's not. Come on.
No, you
not
go
like
ahead.
that.
No, you go ahead. You talk about it.
It's not like that.
Okay,
it's not like that. It's not like, I'll be there, everybody.
You're going to use a 0 hour.
What's
your strategy?
You know we're going to see each other anyway, sooner or later. But no, I'm definitely looking forward to coming to some big events, man. I know 0 hour is one of them. I know I did promise Tango from Canada with paintball. Now I'm going to promise you this as well. I'm coming down to Canada this summer, so I will be here this summer because you guys have the last event down there actually for last field, I believe. Correct?
Sorry, what was that? I wasn't listening. My wife handed me water. She heard me yelling, "I don't have water," and she's like, "Ha, sucker."
But no, it's the event. I believe in the summertime. If I'm not mistaken, Honey Buncher.
Honey Badger.
Honey Badger. Okay, Honey Badger.
Dude, Operation Honey Badger. Shout out to SAS Ottawa and Adam for putting on that event. It is so cool. I have not. Yeah. So my last 2 videos have been from Honey Badger 9.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it is the coolest event that you can play.
Yeah.
Like to walk into a military building, right? A shack, a hospital, a kitchen. It's the whole 9 yards. It is just, oh my God. It is CQB paintball at its finest. People can flank you at any time. All the windows are open, basically open. So you could be well past the 50 on the field, but someone makes that weird move behind the building and they come in and jump in on you. You're like, where the hell did you come from? Actually, it happened in my last video.
I love that.
I'm sitting there spawn camping these guys. I got a lot of flack for that, but MagFed paintball hits differently than standard walk-ons. Like there's no in MagFed paintball. There's no resetting the field unless like it's early in the day and they really screwed up with the numbers and then they're like, hey, we got to make this right. But basically, excuse me. We pushed them right into their spawn, and I was like, okay. And then this guy comes up. What was his name? Evading me now. But earlier, just before that event started, not before that event, that particular respawn, I engraved my initials into his T15. He's like, hey man, can you can you sign this? I was like, all right, man, I don't use T15, but sure, I'll do whatever. So I
Really?
ingrained Nightmare PB into his T15, and then the
Wow.
arsehole shot me with it twice. Literally, he comes around the corner as I'm like popping off, and all of a sudden he comes around and just whap. I'm like, oh, he's like again. And then I have, of course, the dramatic deaths when something cool happens. So I love giving people dramatic deaths. There's just something about it.
So wait. Let me get this straight. He made you sign his T15 with your initials.
Yep.
And then the game started. He shot you. Said, "You're dead."
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Wow.
he got me. He was the second person to eliminate me that day. So we started off the game. I ran all the way down the field. We're trying to take as much ground as we can. I hear shots coming, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stop right here. Yeah. And I lean around a barrel, punk right to the face. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm the first person hitting this entire game, but okay, whatever. So then I respawn, come back in. I make my way into the building with my buddy, the King of Paintball. If you ever play with him, trust me, you'll know he's on the field. He just yells constantly. So we sneak through a window. He helps me through it, and then stuff goes on. Eventually, I'm laying down, and this guy who's T15 I haven't signed yet shoots me. And he's like, oh my God, did I just shoot Nightmare? Ah! And he's freaking out. He gives me a big hug. The ref's like, what the hell is going on over there? So I walk off. Lunchtime hits. He's like, hey, man, it was great to meet you on the paintball field, blah, blah, blah. He's like, can you sign my T15? I'm like, all right, cool. Engrave it in with his knife. Oh, I lost my headphones. I got to stop talking with my hands. I'm so French. I cannot hear you, by the way. So he's super excited. He gets me to sign it. And then we all respawn back in. We start pushing their team real hard. We spawn camp them harder than I think I've ever spawn camped a team in my life. And then he comes around with his buddy. And as I'm sitting in this window, just one ball in dudes, he literally comes around the corner and pies it perfectly. I did not see this guy coming at all. I also had tunnel vision. I was looking through my scope. But I had super tunnel vision. I was focused on this area. All hit in the video, all that comes around is his eyeball and his marker. And he pies that window perfectly. Puts two in my chest. I was like, yo. He's like, again? I'm like, yeah, again. And then I don't know if you saw the video, but we had like this dramatic rolling around on the ground sequence. Like, I'm hit. Well, my teammate, I didn't realize this because this is pretty bad. I was like goofing around on the ground. Yeah. And we had a teammate above just lighting everybody up with first strikes. Just pack, 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 pack. I got hit 3 or 4 times. They got lit up. I was like, sorry, guys. Like, didn't mean to distract you, but I'm glad you guys all got you what came to you after shooting me.
Wow.
It was good. It was super fun.
That sounds crazy, man. I mean, I have stories like that too, but that's crazy, man.
Those are the best stories. Like, I love CQB paintball. Like, paintball's fun. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love trading paint with people. I love shooting across the field. But nothing gives you that rush of like not knowing what's around the next corner. And I try to explain this to field owners constantly. Yeah. If you want people to come to your field and have a really good time, you need to give them an experience. Not just, okay, guys, we have some pallets set up. You're going to have to be on your knees to not get shot the whole time. It's just going to be a game of trade paint and I'm going to make money off it. Like, no, if you want to make money in paintball as a field owner, you have to give the players an experience, whether it be putting on scenarios or setting up your field in a way that makes it fun. There is no other better rush than like 2 teams around a corner and you're like, dude, I know they got 5 guys over there. And you're like, all right, you know what? Let's go. Leroy Jenkins. And you just go in. You just go nuts. You go ham. That is what makes those memories that you can tell for years on end. But like D-Day this year, I love D-Day. Don't get me wrong. Everyone knows I love D-Day. Everyone. It's always been my thing. But it's not that CQB that I love. It's very long range. I can sit back and snipe people all day. Bing, bing, bing. And I can rack up massive kills. But there's no CQB. There's no that. You don't get that heart racing action where you're like, oh my God, man, one false move and that's it. Like, I love CQB way more than I love sniping. I would CQB with first strikes more than I would shoot long range with them. I'm really bad for that. I've mag dumped first strikes before. Like, you're at a mag fed only event. You're like coming around a corner. You're like, all right, here we go, and just 20 down across the team. Oh man.
CQB, man, is probably the best thing that ever happened to me in paintball. I mean, just learning it, experiencing it, but shooting someone with it is even greater. I mean, you ask anybody on the East Coast about CQB, they will tell you, yo, he's good at CQB. Like, Prophet is definitely that guy when it comes to CQB. But it really all started, honestly, with me with CQB was I want to say back in 2020 is when I had my old team, which was called TK Terror Killers, and we was very known for just terrorizing people, like just running down, doing whatever you want to do. About 8-man team, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget. I'll never forget this. This was probably the craziest I've ever done. They took out about 3 of my guys. I'm all alone by myself. They think I'm dead. I was never dead. I'm literally crouching and crawling all in the grass. I used this little round table to like move it as I'm going ahead, and I stopped. They looked, and it was like there's nobody there. So I heard it through my headset I had on, and I'll never forget. I went around back, and I took the most deep breath. I was like, turn that corner, shot 2 guys to the right, 2 to my left. The sniper in front of me dropped his bolt action. He had a scar. He had a scar.
Oh yeah, the Star 12. Yeah,
Star 12.
Yeah,
he dropped that so fast and hard. Hauled ass with his pistol.
Whew.
I'm chasing them. I'm trying to shoot him. I lose air.
Oh.
I lose air. I drop my shit. I say, Maven, because Maven, they call him Maven the sniper. I said, Maven, I'm coming after you. I'll never forget. I have a revolver. I hate revolvers.
Oh,
never got it again. I have a revolver. First strikes in them. This shit was jamming so bad on me to the point where I had to keep changing out the CO2s, putting it back in. I changed about 2 at the same time, then put another one back in there. He had the exact same problem with his gun. He had Tip-X.
Oh no!
So now it's like we're both 1-on-1, both jammed.
Oh.
And I'll never forget this moment, man. This was like the Matrix, Matrix 1, when it was Leo and Smith at the train when they ran across each other and jumped in the air and both had guns through the head. I'll never forget when we both ran and we both slid in the grass, like the sand. Both slid. I shot him, but it didn't break. He shot me, and it broke. That probably was the best moment for me in CQB, man.
Oh man, I've got so many good CQB stories. I think
the best moment.
Like I think my favorite one is actually I might even have it on my shorts and on my TikTok. But I'm coming through. It's at Seabreeze. They just built up this new CQB village. Like guys, this is going to be CQB, no long range. Like you're never going to know who's around the corner.
Yeah.
So my buddy, oh my god, Chevy, that's his name, Chevy. My buddy Chevy's in there. He just bought himself a 4.68 because of me, because that's what I was using at the time.
Yeah.
And I come through this building. I come around the one side. I'm like, pop, pop. I shoot one hopper player. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I come inside, and all of a sudden Chevy's there, and we're like just off around the corner. And I was like, okay, here we go. I'm like, oh, Chevy, here we go. And so like I'm bobbing. I'm going full on speedballer with this mega gun, right? Like I'm bobbing, weaving, looking through the windows left and right. And then I come around, and I shoot through the window, and he backs up. He starts backing out. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. I should have reloaded. I didn't. I go inside the building. I come around the corner. Pop, pop, pop. He misses. He comes back. I hear the lock bolt click. As soon as I do, I drop my gun, pull out my PPQ, and I just light him up. I must have been all 8 shots into him. He hits me in the stomach, but luckily I'm fat and it bounced. So he's like, oh, he's like, did I hit you? I'm like, no, I'm fat. I'm like, it bounced. But he's like literally covered in blue paint for my PPQ. And then my teammates are shooting through the window that I was just peeking in at him. So you actually see the paint like explode off the side of his head. And I'm like, guys, he's out. Like, I love those moments, like when you can just drop your primary real quick and pull out a secondary. But it's so much more maintenance when you have a secondary on you that I just stop bringing a secondary with me because it's too much. I'd rather just I'll take my 100 and some odd rounds. They can't be. It depends on the field though. So like like I was saying, where I play now, a secondary probably wouldn't do me all that well. Like the field I play at now, it's more suited for like first strikes. Oh, dude, if they allowed us to have first strikes here, oh my god, it would be amazing. But it's either that or a box mag because it's just so wide open. It's just trading paint. There's no opportunity to flank around. And to me, paintball is all about moving. You know what I mean? You have to move. If you just sit in one spot or even just like one shot, whatever, I get bored with that. I just get bored. I have to move constantly. Otherwise, I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is boring. Because I think when I play paintball, I think of it from a viewer standpoint. Like, because I watch so many paintball videos, I've edited so many of my own videos where I start thinking, is this worth watching? Like, I'm so bad. Okay. A lot of people, I've been asked this question before. Am I a paintballer first or a YouTuber first? Like, which one is it?
Yeah.
If you were to ask me in like 2017, 2018, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm a paintballer first. And then I just make YouTube videos out of whatever happens. But now I'm more of a YouTuber first, paintballer second. So I'll be on the field narrating in my head what I'm going to say in the video that I'm filming at that moment. Like, that's how like YouTube screws with you as a paintballer, because you stop playing the way you want to play, and you start playing more to like, well, how can I get views out of this? What is the voiceover I'm going to use at this point? Like, I'll be laying there like, here I am sneaking up on the enemy. They have no idea that I'm here. I'm like, Nightmare, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, come on, like, play the goddamn game. Like, go get these kills. Stop thinking about what you're gonna say in your video. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny because next week I'm actually going to order about three videos. I'm looking into getting actually the run cam for one. That's one I'm getting. The second one is the drift. I saw what paintball with that. He said that's pretty good quality, pretty good content as well. And the third one probably a GoPro. I'm looking at maybe the Hero 5.
Yeah, they're hard to find. They are very hard to find.
Yeah.
The video quality is not great on them. So I use a run cam session. I use a Fox Ear 4K zoom cam now. By the way,
heard of that.
Run cam. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Run cam sucks. That I just hate dealing with. I used to be like almost sponsored by them.
Yeah.
They were literally giving me free product just so I'd use it in my videos, but it wasn't actually a sponsorship. And then I got deployed, and then I kind of lost that relationship with them. But so I've about a year ago, I got a Fox Ear 4K. Dude, that thing is so awesome. The video is good. The lenses are easy to change out. And it doesn't just record in like a 16:9, but you can record in a 1:1. So like, if your ball happens to land over in this corner, you can actually crop in your zoom cam to where the ball landed. Anyway, that's all editing tricks.
That's
a lot of YouTube is trying to figure out the tricks.
That's tough.
But the drift is good. The only thing I don't like is because when you mount it to the side of your mask, you're actually going to see a bit of your paintball mask, right? So it kind of takes away from that first person feel, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I truly, I think this. Oh, there goes my thing. I think this is the greatest setup you can have for a GoPro. I'm actually working on the video right now on how to mount your GoPro properly. I'm going to go through like how to explaining everything I've used, all the hardware, how to stop the GoPro from smacking into the lens, how to protect it. I even use an unprotected lens. I'm actually surprised this thing hasn't been shot.
That's the Empire mask. They're pretty good.
It's good. I'm looking to switch this mask up. I've been using this mask since I want to say 2016. I've changed everything on this. The lens, all the foam, the straps. The only thing I haven't changed is the earpieces. And they're starting to fall apart. Like, probably can't see that. But yeah, I've been using this mask for a super long time. I think this is literally, like, if you're trying to make good videos and you want to like capture everything, this is going to make your viewers feel like they're coming along with you for the ride. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. I love this. A lot of work went into this. I was like, I don't know, almost 6-7 years of trial and error to get the right look, but I like it. I think it's it does the trick. Everyone's different, right? So it just depends on what you want to do with your footage, right? So
yeah, I'm looking forward to definitely getting me a good cameras, good mask, because I have so much good memories, man, and it's hard when you're telling the story, but people want to see proof. And so a lot of people know how I move, and I'm only just going to say this one time. For anybody, be prepared, because I am definitely coming for you. So you see me in the field, them headshots is coming and them chests is coming. So
I like the cockiness. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Just going after everybody even before starting. I love it, bro.
Because it's fun when you're doing that. It's super fun when you're doing that, man. Oh, yeah. I always enjoy paintball so much. And I'll never forget, oh man, the best moment, I'm gonna talk about last year and this year also, just real quick. At Warfare event, I was going by the name Lone Wolf. That was the name I was going by for a few months. And I'll never forget what changed the name was
Lone Wolf Paintball.
Yeah, Lone Wolf Paintball. That was the name. Lone Wolf Paintball. That was a good name for me.
Except
But
there's a huge company that actually has the name Lone Wolf Paintball, so it kind of makes it hard to beat.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what? I heard him too. So another reason why I changed my name. But you know what, man? It was so hard because I'm a born leader.
Mm.
You know, it's like I'm never alone anyway. I'm always around people. I'm always
Yep.
giving out direction. I'm always giving out, key points, direction, and people love it. People love it. But I'll never forget, man, losing a good fight, second day of warfare. It was crazy. The guy that came in there by the name Killmonger from Assassins Alliance came in there with 2 pistols and shot almost everybody. About 6 guys.
Those
Just
assassins, man.
Ran there and got all of us. I was so pissed that I had to get respawn. And I'll never forget, one of the guys had tagged me to come back in there. And I was pinned down. By then, everyone came in there. About 6, 7 guys came in the castle. And I was pinned down by this round table. And something in me, man, just made me go bizarre. I see one of my guys getting chased by about 3 Assassin Alliance. I mean, literally getting chased by them. Like, they're chasing them. And you know how, what's that dude in Call of Duty Black Ops? Something R. The guy went crazy.
God damn it, man. When you play the campaign mode and they're like, Ramirez.
Yeah.
Ramirez, go here. Ramirez, go
remember when he went crazy and started just slicing everybody, shooting everybody?
Yeah.
Like, he went bizarre and red. I felt like him, man. Like, I literally left from where I was at. I'm getting shot at by 6, 7 different people. No one hit me in my back, shot me in my leg. No one shoots me or nothing. All I remember was chasing these assassins, all 3 of them. I literally dropped the magazine, put my first strikes in one of them, in my MG100. I shoot one in the back. He said, "Oh." The second one, I shot him in his leg, then to the head. Yeah. He just fell. And the third one was so confused because he's wondering where his guy is at. And that's the one, Kimbo, shot to Kimbo, which is the founder and the leader of Assassin Alliance.
Oh, wait. I think Ryan's correcting us. It was actually Mendez in Black.
Ramirez
was from Modern Warfare. I'm a Modern Warfare.
Mendez. My bad. Mendez.
Also, Ryan has a question for you that you keep avoiding. How dare you? You cannot ignore your chat, sir. You cannot.
Candy?
You must know what team you're playing for on 0 Hour. I'm going to teach you.
I believe it's the Blue Squad. I think it's the Blue Squad I'm playing for. Blue team.
Red or dead, baby. No, I'm just kidding.
Blue team.
Blue team for sure. Whenever our island here, so I live on Vancouver Island, and we always go over to the mainland for all our big scenario games. All the islanders are red. Yeah. The mainlanders are always blue. So it's always the island versus the mainlanders. So when we show up for these big events, blue. Ryan, gross. No. As much as I like to rep the blue.
Said that's right, blue.
Oh, dude. But I hear you, man. Honestly, in the industry, out of all the creators, out of all the paintballers, the people I have the most respect for, Wolf is probably at the very top of that list because he's been doing this longer than anybody else, and I'd say he's a damn pioneer at this point. Yeah. But the Assassin Alliance, man, I straight up fear the day I run into those guys on the field. Like I just hope that I'm on their team because I know how they run. I know Akimbo Assassin. I've met him at PRZ. He was Operation Honey Badger 7 or 8. There's a big one. I think 7. Yeah, it was 7 because they literally brought all the YouTubers in. Yeah. It was me, Slim, Wolf, Hedgehog, PB Panda, the Assassin Alliance, George Bellegrinis. There was so many paintball YouTubers at this event. Like it was literally like the Mecca. We took the one photo that will never be replicated again, which is like all of the biggest paintball YouTubers all in one spot. Like the first person guys, not like reviews and stuff like that. Totally, like I hold that memory like so tight to me. Also, I was like this close to eliminating Hedgehog.
Don't get me wrong, and I hope shout out to my guy Blackout. I know he's probably watching this. I've went past this before with him. That day, man, because the reason why I shot all 3 of them. I didn't tell you this. The first day, Akimbo caught me on camera and he shot me.
Nice.
That pissed me off. He shot me on camera and he posted on his story and he tagged me in it. and I was pissed, man.
Oh,
I
that's
said,
great.
nah, now it's war. Like now we're going to war. Because he
Yeah.
shot me that time. Then he shot me again with a pistol when he came back to spawn. And so that was twice. And so the next day, I was literally looking for him the most. And so I shot him twice. Shot him in his chest and his head. Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was some crazy shit.
That's the worst part about having a camera on us is like we become targets so quickly.
Because the way he caught me was like slow motion. I was pissed by that.
Oh,
like,
man, he's good. Akimbo Assassin, man. Oh, dude, mad props to that guy. He is the sneakiest dude I think I've ever seen in any YouTube videos. Like, he does it better than Hedgehog does. I'll tell you that right now. Like, as far as like being sneaky on the field, like he can be right behind you and you would have no idea until he pops you in the back. I think my favorite video of his is like he was at this major event. Like, I'm talking probably thousands of people. I don't know. This is like a couple years ago. Anyway, he was like tucked into a corner of a building, but they kept running past him. Yeah. And one by one, he's just like pop, pop. And then eventually they realized where he was. They tried to come in, but he just kept taking them out. He was moving. He'd go to a different window, wait for someone to pop in, take him out, go to another window, pop him. I was like, man, this guy is legit.
He's fast. I give him that. He's definitely fast, but he wasn't fast as me that day. I'm sorry.
Not faster than you, eh? You can finally got the revenge. He wasn't fast as me
that day, man. Like I just like literally, I'm jumping over boxes. I'm jumping over hyper pipes. Like I'm diving. I mean, I did so much shit, man, just to get 3 assassins. And I'm not gonna lie, they were kicking our asses for a small period of time too, and they held their own. I give them that, man. It was. I think it was about at least maybe 7 or 8 of them, and they were doing pretty good, dude. They were doing pretty good. I loved it.
I wish I could play like him, man. My knees don't let me play like that anymore. I'm low and slow. I take my time. They're like, Nightmare's being tactical. I'm like, no, I'm just old and broken. Leave me alone.
That's the same shit Wolf Paintball said, man. I said, nah, you still got it, man. I don't want to hear that. You still got it.
Oh, the adrenaline takes you through the pain, man. Like, no joke. Like, I've played through some wicked injuries, some bad cramps, some terrible hangovers. I think we've all done that once or twice. But
tell the story that you told me when we went live on IG. You said that you had the worst injury. I don't want to say it because I was.
Yeah. Okay, so this video is like my second most watched video to this day. I'm guaranteed if I open up my YouTube stats right now and I go to what's being watched this hour, that video's second, guaranteed. So what happened is I was at a field called Storm Morning Paintball in Kentville, Nova Scotia. And one of my first times using First Strike, I'm just trying to figure these damn things out. They're super cool, super accurate. Yeah. So me and this speedballer are trading off, and he's probably like not even 30 feet ahead of me, I want to say. But anyway, we're snapping, and all of a sudden I plant my foot and I get ready to snap with him. And as I do, I pivot on my knee. So my knee basically, the bottom portion stayed still, but the top twisted. Yeah. And when it did, it actually tore the meniscus. So I fall down. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I can't move. I can't walk. So the game gets ended. Like, luckily this was the end of the game. Thank God. So the game gets ended and my buddy comes over to me and he goes, hey man, you all right? I'm like, dude, I'm in a lot of pain right now. You know, like, I can't walk. He goes, are you sure? He's like, is it your knee again? I'm like, yeah, it's my knee. He goes, okay, man. He goes, what are we going to do? I was like, I got an idea. I lay down on my back and I'm like, yo, dude, pop my knee back into place. I'm like, just pull it. No hesitation at all on this guy's part. Hunter, you're the champ for this. So he literally grabs my boot and pulls it. In the video, you can audibly hear the click of my knee popping.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's bad. And I'm like, he goes, you good? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good. So I get up. I still can't walk on it. I still can't. So literally him and some other like rental come up to me and they literally like carry me out of the field. Like I'm hobbling on one knee. I was using my barrel as a crutch, my whole marker. Like, so I was like, if you go read the comments on that video, they're like, dude, what the F? But yeah, I literally like plant this barrel in the ground and I'm just like, I don't care. I'm like, I just have to get off this field. I'm injured. I know I'm broken. And everyone's like, oh, how dare you stick your paintball gun in the ground? Why would you do it? I'm like, I don't know. My knee is far more important than this piece of equipment that was given to me by a sponsor. So F that. I'm getting off this field. So anyway, I get carried off the field. I go to the hospital. They're like, yeah, you tore your meniscus. And then like 3 months later, I have surgery. And then 8 weeks later, not even 8 weeks, Jesus, I think it was like 6 to 8 weeks later, I was back playing paintball. Wow. I regret that decision, by the way. I should have let my knee heal up a lot more. But yeah, I had to tore the meniscus. Like they went in, they cut it out. And yeah, it was painful, man. Like, and I'm still suffering to this day. Like I'll be on the field and all of a sudden I'll feel like my meniscus, which is the cartilage in between your knees, pop out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, gross. And then I'll literally like, people are like, what is he doing? I'm like, pop it back into place. Like, all right, we're good. Go pop some ibuprofen on the next respawn and keep on playing. I don't know how I'm still playing paintball, man. I'm so broken. Yeah, everyone's Ghoul's like, cripple marrow. Yeah, cripple marrow's right. I am broken. I am so broken. I don't know how I'm still doing it. Like,
wow.
Just trying to stay fit, I guess. The less I weigh, the less pain is on my knees. That's a for sure fact. So I try to stay active. I try to like work out and keep my body BMI pretty low, so that way I can, even though I'm still fat, I try to stay less fat, so that way I less pressure on my knees.
Wow. That story, man. That story will forever.
Yeah, it's wild. If you want to find the video, I think it's called like Unfunny Moments #3 or something like that. Paintball Unfunny Moments #3 is what it is.
I gotta check that out. I gotta watch
actually, right now it's the most watched video on my channel in the last 60 minutes. So, 103 views in the last hour. So it's not too bad. But yeah, so like it's at the very end of that video. If you want to check it out, the video's only like 7 minutes long. So it's kind of like.
I don't got no injuries, but I've been shot in the nuts.
Oh yeah.
Got shot in the head. That probably was the worst, but that's about
Adam's
it.
apple shots are the worst, man. That and knuckle shots. Knuckle shots and Adam's apple. Like,
knuckle shots, yeah.
When you walk around talking like this because somebody shot you in the neck. It's like, dude, where'd your balls go? Like, I think they're fucking gone.
Whew, man,
buddy.
I don't even want to think about it right now. It makes me want to just grab on the mines. But no, man. Wow, that's definitely deep. That's very deep. I feel like a lot of people need to understand that when you're like that, like how do you go about it? How do you handle it? What kind of mindset are you in? At that given time and moment. So
I didn't know what I was thinking at that point. I was like, I still had to drive home to make. It was with my right knee, so my gas pedal was. I was screwed. I couldn't drive. Yeah. I was done. So I think my buddy actually drove me home that day. So I think he took my car and he drove me home. Luckily, back then I was playing with an insane amount of people. So like we were all like 10 of us would show up at any given field. So people were carpooling. So luckily my buddy was like, all right, I'll take his car. I'll drive him home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then having to go up 3 flights of stairs in my apartment at the time, I was like, holy crap. It was a terrible it was the worst experience I think I've had on the paintball field.
It sounded like it was the worst. Yeah.
Something happened and it's still affecting me to this day. So I'm like, I'm surprised it didn't stop. Like, I don't know why. I don't. It's an addiction. Paintball's weird. You get addicted to this kind of stuff. I love it. It's an addiction, man. It's the most. I think it's the cost of paintball is basically like right up there with doing heroin at this point. It's the same addictiveness, and like it probably costs about the same. And they'll both make you skinny over time.
Oh shit! Man. This is some crazy shit, man.
Paintball is the best drug.
Oh man. Anyway, man. Oh man. All right. So my question, Nightmare. Hold on.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I'm here all day.
All right. I'll just let that out. Anyway, Nightmare. My question to you is character. What's your character like on and off the field? Just you being a family man, you doing paintball, being around a lot of people, it's like you've been like a celebrity in paintball. How is that like in your character?
It is the coolest feeling in the world, straight up. Who you see when I'm in front of this camera is basically who you're going to see at the paintball field. I goof around like this. I have a lot of fun. But to be a character within paintball, you have to be able to have a switch, turn it on and off. So like I'm not full blown Nightmare when the cameras are off. I'm really chill, generally pretty angry guy. No, just kidding. But like as soon as I know I'm going to a paintball game or a camera is on, I become Nightmare, and it's just a super happy-go-lucky dude. Nothing can bother me in the world. It's just like, all right, I could have someone like yelling and cursing and swearing and calling me every name in the book, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go shoot some more people. See you guys later. But like I truly love it. I'm so humbled by everything that's been given to me, everything that happens to me. Nothing is cooler than when a little kid comes up to you and says, hey, can I get my picture taken with you? Or hey, can you sign this for me? That feeling, I got goosebumps right now. That feeling doesn't go away. ever.
Yeah.
It never gets old. It is the coolest feeling in the world. Like I was at Super Game last year. I just came off was I just coming off or just going on? I was just going onto the field. And as I'm walking on, I have these pictures actually. I'll send them to you later on Instagram, and I'll DM them to you. I'll probably post them again anyway, whatever. So anyway, I'm going onto the field from the opposite team side because we just swapped locations. So I'm walking past like all the people who camp overnight to play. So the vendors area, you got all the campers. So I'm walking past them, and I'm literally just about to throw my mask on, like, right about to like open up the curtain to go through, and I hear nightmare, and I'm like, what the hell was that? I hear it again, nightmare. Okay, I turn around and it's his mom. This mom is here with her 2 little kids, and she is geeking out hard. And it was the coolest feeling in the world. She's like, oh my God, we watched you your whole trip here. You Instagrammed it. What do they call it? The stories? Yeah. We watched your Instagram stories the whole way from the time you left. You got in the ferry, you came down, you drove. We've been following you like crazy. I'm like, oh, dude, that's super, super cool. Thank you so much. And so like, she's like, can my kids take a picture with you? I was like, hell yeah, they can. So, I put my arms around their kids, the rock on sign, get some pictures with the kids. And she's like, can I take a selfie with you? Absolutely. I'm never going to say no. So she takes a selfie and like she tags me in it. And then of course I save those pictures because every time I get tagged in something that I'm in, I literally have a folder called Nightmare PB. And it's literally every picture that I've ever been tagged in. So I have them on my computer, and that kind of stuff is just so damn cool. Because in my mind, I'm not famous. I'm really not. I got a large channel in a very small niche. So I don't consider myself famous. So, but when someone pulls me aside and like, hey, can I get a picture with you? We think you're cool enough and we appreciate what you do. Like, dude, I still geek out on the inside. I'm like, I'm still a kid. I don't feel like I have a channel that has 300,000 subscribers. I feel like a guy who plays paintball and makes YouTube videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel any different now than I did. Oh, Jesus. When did I start this channel? We are 2013. Oh my God, it's almost been 10 years. My channel will be 10 years old next year. So 10 years ago, I still feel like that same guy. I just show up, I play, and I go home and edit the videos and I upload them. You know what I mean? So dude, it's just the coolest feeling in the world. I love it. I truly do. I love traveling for that reason. Because like when I go to the same field over and over again, people just recognize me as like just the guy who plays there. And that's cool. I accept that. That's who I am. I'm just a guy who plays there. So like when I go to another field for the first time, they're like, oh my God, is that Nightmare? Oh my God. And I can see people whispering. I love my tinted lenses because I get to people watch and they don't know I'm people watching. Yeah. So like I'll walk through with my mask on or sunglasses or whatever because I'm a people watcher, but people don't know that I'm people watching because I always like eyeball from the left and right. So my head will be straight, but I'm looking left. I'm really bad for that. So like, oh my God, there's Nightmare. Oh my God, that's actually him. I'm like, come say hi. Just say hi to me. I'm not scary. You know what I mean? I think it's just the coolest feeling in the world, and it never gets old. And I encourage people to come up and say hi, even if it's in the middle of a paintball game. Like I've had people go, yo, are you Nightmare? I'm like, yeah, let's talk. What's up, man? How you doing? You get a lot of kills today? You slinging it out there? No? Okay. All right, you walk out to that field real quick. Let me know if there's anybody. Okay, yeah, I know where that guy is. And I'll use my fans as cannon fodder.
I like that. I love that. That's pretty cool.
It's
just funny
all
too.
in the fun. It's all in the fun.
Yeah.
You got to love what you're doing. You got to have fun while you're doing it. And if you're not, then why are you doing it, right?
Yeah, that's true, man. And you know what? It kind of reminds me of when 2021, when I came out and started really taking paintball to a whole different level.
Yeah.
Because at first I wasn't showing my face. I was just showing the mask.
Yeah.
Just being out there with cool videos and stuff like that, cool pictures, and people were seeing that. And I'll never forget someone said, "Hey, you should just show your face. People want to see who you are. They want to see, who's this wolf." Yeah, and I say, you're right. And that's when it came out and people loved it, man. I'll never forget the first time someone came up to me and was like, yo, like I'm a fan of you. Like, I love what you do and what you stand for. Yeah. I like your podcast. I love your podcast. Like, what you be saying is so real. And that's when it hits different. So that feeling, man, is definitely real. I definitely get what you're saying.
It doesn't go away. And like this is a business for me. Like this is like my side income. This allows me to. I got a lot of family stuff that doesn't allow my wife to work for whatever reason. So like having this little bit of extra income helps. So it is a business. But like as soon as you stop enjoying what you do, it becomes a job, and jobs suck. Nobody wants to work 2 jobs, right? So I can tell you, like, being a YouTuber, I've gone through that like, oh my God, I have to make a video tonight. Oh, I have to get it out by this week. To the point where I stopped taking YouTube seriously. I was like, I don't want to take it seriously. Like, I've lost sponsorships, I've lost opportunities, whatever, because it becomes a business and you don't want to do it anymore. But if you just have fun and don't look at it like a business, it's fun. Don't worry about the views. Don't worry about like how many people like. Don't worry. But just make content, have fun doing it, because everybody has their best before date. It's coming. I think I might have hit mine, but I've luckily been able to like extend that best before date a few times. Where it's like, banger of a video, banger of a video. You know, just it kind of happens every so often. But as long as you're having fun doing what you're doing, like you just can't take yourself too seriously. What I truly hate are the people who like show up to the paintball field cocky-ish because they've got a YouTube channel. I'm better than you. I'm going to be this. I'm going to do that. I'm like, all right, cool. You do you. I'm going to go play paintball. I'm going to make videos afterwards. I'm not worried. I'm like, even though I say that I have that mentality of making videos the entire time, I just show up and play. Just have fun. Just have fun with it. Just leave the cockiness at the door. You don't need to bring that onto the field. But sometimes it's fun to do it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a fine line between like arrogance and cockiness, and like you got to know where to tote that line sometimes. Like,
man,
if I'm with the right group of guys, oh man, we'll start chirping. We'll start chirping. Like me and my buddies from the East Coast, we're like, we're coming for you, baby. You better hide. And then people are like, what the hell are these guys doing? And then there's other times where it's just like, okay, I'm just here to play. I'm not here to make a scene. I'm just having fun.
Yeah. I never really liked the cocky people, man. For some reason, you know, and it's crazy. Like, I have never been cocky in paintball ever. And I've always been humble. I've always been a leader on the field. But when I see people that's cocky, man, I humble them real quick. I really do. You know, I let them know that, man, it's just paintball, dude. It's not what you think it is. It's you know, it's just for fun. Because for me, I call it a therapy session.
Oh yes,
it's a therapy session, and we all come out because we all have family problems, job problems. You know, we all go through life experiences, things that messes us up. Things like COVID, for example. COVID is what really messed up a lot of our lives. Just being honest, and the fact that I had a chance to, you know, just learn more about myself around that time. That's when a lot of character kicked in for me. But real quick, Nightmare Paintball, before I forget this question, I have a question for you. It's a quote that I love to tell people all the time, and I love hearing their answer and their feedback. So I want to tell you this right now. The man that views the world at 40, same way he views the world at 20, has wasted 20 years of his life. What's your answer to that? How do you feel about that quote?
If you enjoy doing something, it's not a waste. You know what I mean? Everybody lives their life differently. If you look at the world the same way when you're 40 as you did when you were 20, a lot of things could have happened in those 20 years. You could have grown as a person and then realize that, you know, you could have changed 1,000 times in that 20 years. But to finally come back to like that kid mentality, you're only as old as you feel, right? Like my wife will bug me all the time. Oh, you're 34. You're 34. Yeah, you're old. Like, okay, that's cool. I'm still gonna act like I'm 19, and you know, still get white girl wasted on a Saturday night and fall down drunk. You know what I mean? Like I just love having fun. So I kind of understand because I feel like that it's actually very applicable to me. I am just as childish now as I was back then because that's how I like to live my life. I think it's fun that way. But if there's no such thing as wasting time, I feel, as long as you're enjoying doing it, because it's not a waste to you. If that's what you want to do to pass your time, there's no such thing as wasting it.
Someone said 34 is old.
34 is old. my wife's 31 right now. She'll be 32 this year. So she's always on that 2 year, like, you're old. Yeah, what are you doing, old man? And then my chat never lets me down because I think half of my streaming community is probably between the ages of 14 and 24. So when I'm like 34, like, old man nightmares here, especially if I'm late. Oh yeah, I get chirped by my streaming community more often than I'd like to admit, but I wouldn't change a minute of it because it's so much
Yeah,
fun. I love the connection that we have
yeah.
through that. So it's just fun. Yeah, it's no such thing as
Wow.
waste of time. Like
Old
I've
man
been streaming
nightmare.
for like what's that?
I said
Night.
old man nightmare.
I don't know if fandom's hitting me with a night daddy right now. I'm hearing
Night.
all the these
I
are
like
literally the people I hang out with almost on a nightly basis, or at least I used to.
I
I
like
haven't been
that.
streaming much lately. I'm trying to focus more on my main channel. I want to
Yeah.
get a gold one of these someday, hopefully, maybe, but we'll see.
Okay.
The silver one's cool, but I mean, the gold one's pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that one.
And it's
Wow.
bigger. Apparently, bigger is better. My wife keeps saying that to me. I don't understand what it means. Then I hear this weird like, but I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh man.
See, again, I'm a child. I'm a child through and through. You can't take it away.
Hey man, you're probably one of the most exciting, hilarious people I have ever met, man.
I just don't like negativity.
I love
I
it,
hate
bro.
it. I truly I like.
Your energy flows with me. I love it.
If you want to see me being a little silly, I got a buddy. I think I might have posted his. If you go to my community tab out here on YouTube, I posted one of his vlogs shortly, not too long ago,
Yeah.
and it's from Honey Badger, and I have a cameo at the beginning and towards the end. But that is literally how I am in the staging area. Like he caught me being myself, just like the full on like this is awesome because I've dealt with my fair share of haters. I've dealt with people who are just take paintball way too seriously, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just here to have fun. Have a good time. I wish I could bring this personality into all my videos, but I feel for like me to be like this, I have to have an audience. I can't just like switch it on and be like, I'm going to be full blown nightmare today.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I have to do it sort of. Oh, did my stream freeze or did?
No, you're
Okay,
good.
we're back. Okay.
You're
I was
good.
like, I'm like watching us in StreamYard, and I'm like, I'm frozen. Shite. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love the positivity. I've dealt with people who have tried to like take me down from a YouTube level, from a career level, to like people who have like gone way too creepy to like try and take me down. But I'm like, I'm having fun, bro. Like it doesn't matter. Like you can be angry, you can do whatever. I'm just here to have a good time. Because in the grand scheme of things, eventually I'm going to end up in the ground. Like so, might as well have fun while I'm still above it. You know what I mean? So.
It's true, man. That's very true.
Petition to bring back drunk mayor. Guys, come on. That we saved that for the special streams. Or stoned mayor. God damn it.
Anyway, man.
These are the people I hang out with, man.
Anyway, man. Oh God. Anyway.
Uh,
There's two more questions. Two more
yeah, buddy.
questions.
Bring it on.
before we
Bring it
wrap
on.
up. So my next question to you, Nightmare. You kind of already broke it down, but I still want to bring it up anyway.
Hell yeah.
You just being the person you are, man, and the fact that you don't even let negativity affect you, but your character says otherwise. Your character gives you like you wake up every single day with a purpose, right? What do you truly believe your purpose is?
To make people laugh, to be honest. If I can put a smile on a face, I've done something right. My content here on YouTube has changed quite dramatically. I used to be the super serious paintballer. Okay, Nightmare is sneaking through the bushes. And then suddenly I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I'd rather make someone laugh than think I'm a badass paintballer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love making people laugh. I love seeing people smile. I think I was placed here on Earth to make people laugh, to entertain. Maybe I have not found my right outlet, whether that be through video game streaming or whether it be through paintball videos. Maybe I haven't found my right outlet yet, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I'm destined to be in front of a camera, making people enjoy their time. I enjoy it. I truly do. I really do.
Yeah. That's dope. I love it. Man, I never looked at it like that before. That's funny. I mean, yeah, I have looked at it like that, but because the way I go about my life, my purpose is, man, I love speaking this positivity to people every single day. For a living, I am a speaker for a living. I do speak for a living, motivational speaker. So I go out to different colleges, elementary schools, high schools, corporations.
Cool, man.
Things of that nature. And I try to be a voice to people as much as possible because we're living in crazy times, and I feel like God gave me a purpose to just help people, find their purpose,
Mhm.
find their life. And that's why I go by every single day, man. So that's why, my t-shirt, can't see it, but it says humble warrior. Man,
There
you know what? It's over here.
it is.
Yeah. So it says humble warrior worthy. And basically this the name, it really just came from really the heart, man. It came from just me asking God, like, I need a name just for myself, like that, so people can see a vision.
Yeah, buddy.
And yeah, humble warrior worthy came from there, man. And from there, I just ran with it. I ran with it, and now it's big. It's huge, actually.
Keep going, man. Keep pushing.
Yeah,
Enjoy what you're doing.
yeah,
And you never know when it could all just disappear, right? So
yeah,
for reason A or reason B, it could all you could lose it all. I went through this time where I lost everything I had on YouTube because I got demonetized back in 2018. YouTube changed its policy, and I literally my view count went from like I had millions of views a month to like nothing. Like as soon as they took the ads off my videos, they stopped pushing my content out. So
yeah,
it's very crazy how quickly what you have can disappear, and I try not to take that for granted anymore. So
yeah,
every view I appreciate, every comment I reply to, I heart. I get comments on videos that are like 5 years old, and I still go in and I'll reply to those comments. And like, what, dude? This guy's replying to videos from like 5 years ago. I'm like, yeah, dude, you took the time out of your day to come watch my content and leave a comment. I'm going to convert you to a fan by replying to your comment. So that I care. That's just one of the things I do. I think it's a lot of. I think it means a lot to a lot of people because I know
yeah,
when I comment on someone's video, I love it when the creator acknowledges my comment, whether it be a heart or whether it be an actual reply. It's just cool to know that I didn't waste my time and I was actually acknowledged. Whether it be like him just going through all his comments and hitting all the like button, who the hell cares, right?
yeah,
But yeah, it's everything could disappear real quick, and you have to enjoy every single second of what you're doing, regardless of how popular, how small, how big, little you are. You have to enjoy it
yeah.
before you stop enjoying it and don't want to do it anymore.
That's very true. Question. Someone asked you a question. Creep Show. He said, "What's a good new paintball account to follow with a lot of older school guys not posting?"
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Um, the paintball niche online is dying as far as like video content goes because it's really hard to break into it. Um, so it's one of those weird things where not a lot of people are making videos anymore because they're not getting the views they want or they're not getting the money that they want from the time they put into those videos. I'll like so there's not a lot of people posting, and those who are posting or are trying to post are posting their content out, but they don't know how to get their content seen. They're not tagging their videos. They're not titling their videos properly to get picked up by search. For example, I'm going to roast you for a quick second. The title of your stream today is I read it earlier. Topic: strategy and moving forward. If someone was just scrolling through YouTube and they're like, I don't know what this guy's talking about, I would have thrown
Yeah,
like some keywords in there. Magfed,
yeah,
paintball.
yeah,
I think paintball is literally on every single one of my videos because when someone types in paintball,
yeah,
they're going to come to my videos. So it's kind of like one of the tricks I use. Also, tags are very important. So like they don't tag their videos. Like there's no tags on your stream today. Naughty, naughty.
I agree.
Tagging is
Wow.
very, very important in the background of YouTube because then it's like, hey, for example, like when I upload a video, I'll do like PRZ. Okay, so in my tags, I'll put PRZ, Picton, Ontario, Make-Fed Paintball, Make-Fed Only, just everything that kind of like summarizes what happens in the video.
Yeah,
So like the people who are trying to create content aren't doing it right or aren't doing the back end stuff right, or their thumbnail sucks or their title sucks. So when people see their content, they're not clicking on it. And so they get discouraged and they don't want to make paintball videos anymore. They're like, oh, well, this sucks. This is hard. This is not like, you don't just get lucky on your first one. I've got over 350 videos up. Some of them aren't even public anymore because they're so goddamn bad.
yeah,
But so to say like, who is someone good to watch that's small right now? I don't know because they're not popping up in my feed. I personally don't watch paintball videos
yeah,
because I don't want to watch what somebody else is doing in paintball to get motivation for my content. My content, I'll go to other niches, car racing, how-to videos on how to like fix your car. I'll go to Airsoft. I will go find every camera videos. I'll watch a review on a camera, and I'm like, oh, I like the way his lighting was in that video, or I like the way he presented himself. So I feel like people who want to make paintball content are watching what people are already doing in paintball, and they're trying to replicate that, but they can't do it better than the people who are already doing it. You know what I mean? So if someone watches my video and then they watch someone who's brand new, makes their first video, the audio is bad, the video is too long, they click off. They're not going to watch it. So like you're literally trying to do what someone else is already doing, who's already doing it better than you. And I don't mean that in a cocky sense whatsoever. This goes for every niche, whether it be gaming, YouTube, or paintball, airsoft, whatever. Chances are, if you're just mimicking what someone's doing, unless you're doing it better than them, try to find a way to do it differently. Barker is the perfect example of that. He took paintball fails, and he took what was happening in the gaming industry, in the gaming world, and like all those subtitles and the flashy text on screen and the funny moments and the sound effects. That was doing really well in gaming. So he had a light bulb idea, like, hey, why don't I do this in paintball? Boom, his channel blew the F up because he took something that nobody was doing in paintball and brought it to paintball, and he blew up, right?
Wow.
Like I'm not going to blow up much bigger than I have, in my opinion, because I'm kind of doing what the predecessors before me already did. They made those videos. They made the first person paintball videos, but that's all that everybody does. Nobody's doing anything different. So you have to go into other niches, find out what's working in those niches, and bring it to paintball. Because I'm telling you right now, the first person paintball videos market is oversaturated. Everybody's doing it. How easy is it for someone to grab a GoPro, throw it on, go play paintball, and be like, hey, here's a video, right? Same thing. Hey, my name is, this is what I'm doing. This is me either being really good at paintball or really sucking at paintball. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, share, save 10%, use code MRPB at checkout, right? It's the same formula. I've seen people copy mine. And I'm like, why are you copying me directly? You should be coming up with your own way to do it. Like the gun can change, but the content's still the same. It's still a first person video. So you have to be able to deliver something different, whether it be like going to play at an event where that's super different, like PRZ. PRZ is perfect. It's such a unique field that anybody can make content there because it's a cool field. It's a very cool field. It's unfortunate that it's closing down, but I digress. You have to figure out what makes your content stand out from other people's content. Like anything. Like there's a million paintball podcasts on Facebook. There really is. You can, at least there was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, there's a literal ton of them. To the point where like people were like booking paintballers like left and right. Like, okay, this week I'm on this podcast, next week I'm on that podcast, and then it became very oversaturated. But now there's less people doing it. So now with less people doing it, more people can now do it. You know what I mean? And now's the time to stand up and shine. What's going to make your podcast stand out more than anybody else's podcast? What's going to make your paintball content stand out more than anybody else's paintball content? Like I've got my own content strategy in my mind for this year. What am I going to do? I've got a million problems that I've never faced before in paintball, and I have to figure out what I'm going to do to fix that. You know what I mean? So I've got some ideas, and it involves me being in front of the camera a lot more. So that way, maybe one day, if I have to pivot, I can.
Yeah.
So it's not just, I don't want to be the guy who's just known as paintball, like making first person paintball videos. I want to do more cameras on me. So that way, if I was ever like, well, guys, time to hang up the hat on the old paintball game here. And, people still want to watch that content. You know what I mean? So that's, I know it's a really long-winded answer for a really simple question. Who should I watch? It's hard because everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It truly sucks. Like first-person paintball videos have been the same for the last 10 years. Change it up, guys. Let's do it. Even like I'm struggling with that. Like, how can I make my content look better to new people? What can I do to make it like bah 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 bah? It's hard. It's really hard. It's hard. That's all I can say. I don't know. So long story short, I don't know. I don't know who to watch right now because I don't really watch any paintball videos.
Man, that was a lot of gems, man. I'm definitely going to, when we're done this, definitely going to be doing a lot of writing down for sure.
Man, feel free to pick I open my brain to anybody who wants to know anything. I've got a lot of insight into like the paintball industry. which happens to be like the cheapest industry I've ever met. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mean cheap as in like product, but I mean like advertising budget, cheap. Nobody wants to pay you paintball YouTubers. I'll tell you that right now. Go away. Third person paintball's my stuff, says Dr. Rush. Rush, trust me, that it was on my to-do list, buddy. I've been dabbling with ways I can, but again, it's first person content. It's like third person, first person, yeah. But yeah, that's editing stuff. I've actually considered doing like the third person stuff, but I was like, nah, it's not my jam. The only reason why I thought of it is because I was doing a video with my dam. And it just so happened that my Zoom cam got blocked by something. So instead of me using the Zoom cam footage, I used the head cam footage. And then I zoomed in on the head cam footage to get like that shot within the frame. But then my selfie camera was blocking the shot that I got on this guy. So I was like, so I kind of want to like move that away from where it was to like move it over the shoulder or something. I don't know. Just little things like that I notice while I'm editing that kind of comes up. But yeah, there's so many things you can do. There's so many things. Vlog style. I think YouTube's going to be moving to a vlog style right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel like across YouTube, everyone's doing challenges. Like if you look at Mr. Beast, everyone's trying to be the next Mr. Beast, but nobody's ever going to be the next Mr. Beast because he's always doing the next thing. Everyone's like, how can I catch up to him? What can I do to copy his formula, his format? But those YouTubers that copy Mr. Beast never become the next Mr. Beast. They just become a guy who's like Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? So you can never truly copy what's already being done because someone's already doing it. So it's kind of crazy. I follow a lot of like video editors on Twitter. Like, by the way, follow me on Twitter, Nightmare PB. So I follow a lot of YouTube creators and channel managers and all this and that. And they'll lay it right out for you how to make like the most entertaining videos, what you need to do to make those videos. And the Mr. Beast analogy is perfect. It's like a pyramid. You're gonna have Mr. Beast at the very top. He makes $10 million on his videos. The next guy underneath him, who did it right after him, he made $1 million. The guys below him, another tier of people, 100,000. Guys under them, 5,000. Under them, 1,000. You know, just if you're just trying to copy what someone else is already doing, you're never going to make that $10 million video because it's already been done. I think the same thing goes over like first-person paintball videos. I think it's the market's oversaturated. No one's really bringing anything else to it, and you know, someone's going to break it, like Barker did. Barker broke through. He broke through, and I'm so proud of him for doing that. He brought to paintball what nobody else was bringing, and that's hilarity. Like other people were being funny, but he was doing it better than they did. You know what I mean? So it's okay to copy. It's okay to do the same thing that someone else is doing, but you have to do it better. And it doesn't matter how good your cameras are. It doesn't matter how good of a player you are. You just have to do whatever it is that you want to do better than anybody else is already doing it. And that's the key to success. Mic drop.
That was a lot of gems, man. That was a lot of gems right there, man.
The gears are always turning up here, man. I don't turn it off. I'm always thinking about, my wife says, she goes, you need to relax. I'm like, I'm relaxing. She goes, no, you're not. You're thinking about YouTube. I'll be sitting on the couch. She's like, why are you not watching TV? I'm like, I'm watching TV. She's like, no, you're not. She goes, you're not here. You're thinking about what your next YouTube video is going to be, the right camera angles, you know, how to get your audio better. You know, you're thinking about your next purchase. I'm like, you got me. I don't relax. I will literally stand here because I'm at a sit-to-stand desk. I love this thing. And I will just browse the internet. I will just browse YouTube and be like, what's working right now? What's working? How are these guys? Why is this camera review channel getting 200,000 views on a lens review? Obviously, photography is a big niche. Obviously, they're going to get those views. But you know what I mean? Like I'm always studying. I'm always thinking. I'm always analyzing what I did wrong, and try to improve on it. So I suggest everyone who wants to get into content creation has to do that in some way or form.
Wow. I agree, right, man.
Next question. Let's go.
That was a lot.
I threw a lot at that one.
Ooh, that was a lot. That was
also
cool.
Shout out to you right now because since I've been on your stream, you've already gained, I think the last time I checked, you've got 8 new subscribers, sir. 8 new subscribers. You're at 69. Nice. Giggity. You have 69 subscribers, and dude, that's awesome because the first 100 are the hardest. So shout out to you.
Yeah.
You are this close to hitting the hardest milestone to break on YouTube, and that's the first 100 subscribers. Because after that, so long as you're consistent with what you're doing, it just gets easier and easier and easier.
I'm gonna keep going.
I wish I had 69 subscribers. I would just pause at 69. Just pause.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I don't want any more. I just turn off my subscribe button. Nobody can subscribe me. I got 69. That's it. We're done. or 69,420. I'll take that as well. I deposited that. Like, haha, 69,420. I'm out. Peace.
I'm gonna keep going, man.
You got it,
definitely
buddy.
Keep going. That was, man. My mind got. I got so many questions, but I have to just DM you instead on our own time.
I'm the worst at responding to DMs. I'll tell you right now. Like, I am literally. It's a whole nother problem for another day. But anyway, I'm the worst at answering DMs. So like, if I don't answer you right away, just keep bugging me. Eventually, I will. Like, this mother effer won't leave me alone, and god damn it, I'm gonna answer him. Hold me accountable.
Man. Anyway, no, because I've been reading these comments, man. They've been killing it. They've been mad killing it.
This is especially
Slaughter King,
I stream
man.
to. These
Slaughter
guys are
King
nuts.
Crazy.
They're nuts.
I love Slaughter King. He's crazy, man.
Slaughter King is awesome. Like, yeah. Not to plug myself here, but if anybody wants to hang out with these degenerates that are in the chat right now, discord.com or discord.gg/nightmarepb. They are literally, they keep my Discord channel alive. And like, no joke, I walk in there, I'm like, good morning, guys. And then it's just nonstop picking at me. And I'm like, all right, that's it, I'm out. Like, I will waste an entire day in my Discord just watching these guys go. You're like, they're awesome. I love them to death. And I'm like, I would not give up my fan base.
We're all his children.
They call me Papa Nightmare sometimes, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but I kind of like it.
Oh my god,
Papa,
that's crazy. Man.
Can we have some candy? No candy for you.
This is crazy. But yeah, Nightmare, let's get down to this last question, man. It's probably gonna be the deepest one anyway.
Oh god.
Last question. Okay. So if someone was to, watch this podcast, or watch it years from now, a couple months from now, a year from now, whatever time in the day, what encouragement could you give to someone? What wisdom could you give to someone who look up to you and wants to know paintball, know you as a character, know things that you do and how they can better themselves as a player?
Ooh, how to better? So the question is how to better themselves as a player.
How to better themselves as a player. That's correct.
Time on the trigger, man. The more time you spend playing, the better you're going to get. I'll tell you right now, like, as a player, I am a shadow of what I used to be, 100%. So from 2014 to 2018, I played paintball up till I broke my knee in 2016. I was playing paintball every single weekend, no stop. The only days I took off were like holidays, like Father's Day, Mother's Day. If the field was shut down because of a snowstorm, whatever. I was at the field every single Sunday. It did help that I was sponsored by Seabreeze Paintball, so it didn't cost me a thing to play. But that is how I got better. I will tell you right now, 2016 Nightmare could whoop 2023's Nightmare's ass any day. He is a much better player because he played more. And it doesn't matter how many videos you study. Like, you can study your own videos, and I'll do it from time to time. Like, where did I screw up on this? So recording yourself and rewatching it does help. But honestly, the only way to get better at paintball is to play more paintball. And a lot of people realize that. Some people expect to be like pro Call of Duty sniper, 360 no scope, Doritos, amazing players. But it comes with time. You can't just play once or twice and then be like, I'm going to get good. True professionals at any sport, anything, any hobby, to be the best that you can be, you need to put in 10,000 hours. I'm not the world's best video editor because I haven't spent 10,000 hours editing videos. I have ADHD, so I'll spend like 30 seconds editing and then like 50 minutes on YouTube watching videos. So you have to put in the time. That's how you get better. Man.
Wow.
Get good, son.
Man, this was a great podcast, man. I feel like I got more gems than me just, being entertained by this, but I got so much gems from this podcast, man. I'm definitely going to be jotting a lot of things down because I'm actually traveling tomorrow morning to Atlanta. Yeah. So while I'm down there, I definitely will be doing a lot of writing for sure. This is dope, man. This has definitely helped me change my perspective on a lot of things. And I'm glad that you pointed a lot of things out. So I love it.
It's work. It's fun.
I love it.
It's a job, but it's a fun job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What song is that from? It's an intro to a song. It's like, so you want to be a thug superstar, then go and get it. Oh, God damn it. I can't think of the name of the song right now, but it's on my Spotify playlist. But literally it has a bit of an intro, and he talks about fame doesn't last forever. Save your money. It's going to, everything fizzles away. But YouTube is a job. And as long as you keep it a fun job, it's fun. You have to, like, there comes a point where it's like, do I want to just do this for fun, or do I want to do this to make something out of it? And eventually you have to figure out which one you want to do. Do you want to do this just to have fun and have content out that you just enjoy because you're an editor, you just love editing? Or do you want to try to be the next whatever? You want to make some money off of this. You want your hobby to be cheaper, which is what I did. I got into this. I went hard because I saw, like, okay, there's dollar signs. It's not enough to live off of, but it's enough to make my hobby a little bit cheaper. Like, literally all my YouTube money goes back into paintball. All of it. It's like, it comes down so that way I don't have to take out of my real job away from my family. I remember when I first started playing paintball, I had a budget of like $80 a month. That was it. That was a case of paint. One case of paint a month is all I had. So if I wanted to buy stuff, if I wanted new gear, if I wanted to go play more, I had to go on Kijiji or Craigslist, whatever, find people selling off their gear bags for like $600. You know, I'd go, okay, here we go on the credit card, $600. But I would take all the gear that I just bought, I'd break it up into smaller piles and sell it for more than I bought it. And then that's how I kept buying my new cameras, how I bought new guns, how eventually it just snowballed. And eventually I hit a point where I was like, okay, I'm starting to make it. I remember making my first $100 on YouTube. It took me 3 years to do it. 3 years once I got monetized. I think it was 3 years. Yeah, roughly 3 years. But 3 years to make $100. That's when you can cash out, right? Like, you can finally cash out when you hit that $100 mark.
Yeah.
So I remember I got that. I was like, oh my God, now I don't have to wheel and deal as much anymore. I just keep making better and better content. And it's a wheel that just starts turning, it starts going, it snowballs, it gets bigger. And the next thing you know, like, your hobby is basically paying for itself. Now, the majority of my cost is travel because I live on an island. So, like, for me to go play good paintball, I got to spend like $1,000 per game to go fly out. And then I got to spend another, $200 or $300 on hotels, and then rentals if I don't have a buddy in that area that can drive me around and be my personal chauffeur for the weekend. So it kind of does add up. But I mean, you just got to enjoy it. You just got to love it. It's a job, but it's a fun job. And I encourage everyone to do it. I truly do. Find your passion, whether it be paintball, gaming, airsoft, cars. YouTube is a fun experience as long as you keep it fun and you don't take it too seriously. When you start taking it too seriously to the point where, like, it's not being fun anymore, stop. Your mental health is more important than the dollar signs in your bank account. You could be making $10,000 a month on YouTube, but if you're not mentally sound enough and you're thinking about, like, starting a shotgun, maybe you should really start thinking about what you're doing with your hobbies. Maybe it's no longer a hobby anymore. Stop. Like, as a guy, I've gone through the whole mental health problems and, whatever. It does chip away at you. It truly does. A bit of you gets chopped away every time you criticize yourself. Every time you take one of those negative comments to heart, you start chipping away at yourself, your soul. So you have to really be able to put up that barrier and be like, this is not truly who I am. This is just what I do for fun. And once you're able to do that and you can sit behind your wall, all the hate can come your way, all the negativity can come your way. And as long as you keep yourself mentally sound and you're looking after your biggest investment, which is your mental health, you will do fine, man. You will do truly fine.
I agree with everything you said, man. I will definitely keep that in mind. So your guys are telling me to join the Discord. So yeah, try to add me in the Discord as well.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, I'll definitely
Discord.gg/nightmarepb. Thank you, Phantom, for telling me that I could actually. So Phantom's actually my mod and, like, everything I do. So whenever I go live, he's the guy handling the comments. He handles my Discord. He's just an amazing dude. I totally take him for granted, and I talk so well about him when I'm not live to my wife and, like, to my friends and all that, because I'm like, I truly do appreciate what this guy does for me, because I'm getting old, man. I don't know how technology works anymore. Come on. So he literally keeps me level. But as soon as I go live, I just trash him completely. And I hope he knows it's all from love. But yeah, truly awesome place to hang out in my Discord. It's just an absolute blast. Yeah. So he's kind of like my guiding light. It's weird. He has way less subscribers than I do, but I usually listen to his advice. He's like, hey, man, I think you should
say you fire him like every other day.
Oh, dude, I fire him every day. Oh, dude, dude, I'm always streaming, and, like, some bots will come in. Like, we'll get, like, on YouTube. YouTube is really bad for bots, right? So you get, like, these, like, bots come into your live streams like, hey, if you want a really good time, click this link. I'm single and ready to mingle. And if I see one of those, I'm like, that's it, Brandon, you're fired. You didn't get it in time. That's it. You're fired. No, go home. You're drunk. You go home. And it's just not an ongoing thing. So I enjoy what I do because it's fun, but I also take it too seriously at times, and I truly hate when I do. But when I'm not taking it seriously and I'm just out to have fun, that's when YouTube's the greatest. That's when paintball's the greatest. That's when just everything is just great when you're having fun doing it. Look after yourself. That's my biggest advice to anybody who wants to get into any social media. You have to have thick skin, and if you don't, it's going to eat away at you. So yeah, everyone, take care of your mental health. If you don't, I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know what happens if you don't. I'm sure you can use your imagination. Talk to someone. That's what you can do. Talk to people.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've used my live streams as therapy. Straight up. I have a very difficult son. He's got a bunch of medical issues. So I will have really bad days. I'll work all day, come home, deal with whatever family issues are happening, and then I'm like, I don't want to stream tonight. I don't want to do it. I hate it. I'm in terrible mood. Don't want to stream. And then suddenly I'm in my stream and I'm 10 times happier because I'll vent to them, and they're like, "We are your therapy." They don't realize how much they've saved me from like going down some dark paths. So like, yeah, have a good community, have fun, foster a great community that will look after you as long as you look after them, and everything is great. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of my team. Oh God, I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it.
Yeah,
I haven't had lunch yet.
Yeah, that's damn. I'm actually hungry myself. But no, man, this was a great podcast, Nightmare. Wow, me and you have a lot, man. And I'm thinking we're doing a part 2 with you soon. Well, not soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, whenever, man. You let me know.
Yeah.
And we have 8 people watching right now. And if you haven't hit the like button already, what kind of POS are you?
Yeah.
Huh? Hit that like button. Hit the sub button. Let's get them. I don't know. I don't know if you want to hit the sub button. You're at 69. So like, definitely hit that like button though.
Yeah. Yeah. We gotta run this back, Nightmare. You definitely have a lot, man. And I would love to learn more about this as well.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
From you as well. But man, you enjoy yourself, man. You and your family. You guys take care. Thank you everyone for just watching my podcast and tuning in. Don't worry, we'll be a part 2 very soon. So definitely tune into that as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys at 0 hour. I will be there. Prophet Wolf. You will see my hoodie and everything. Logo. Yeah. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, you got to make sure you end this podcast right though. When you know that you're about to end, you gotta get amp yourself up, right? I'm gonna show you how to end this real quick, all right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Take a deep breath and go.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you went on to enjoy this stream in any way, shape, or form, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one. But until then, Nightmare and Prophet Wolf out.
Wow.
Work on your outro.
Yeah, I gotta work on that. I love that. I love that so much, man. That was wow.
I've done it. Might have done it a few hundred times, but I don't know who's counting.
Yeah. I'll let you go though, man. I hate throwing it in the background, so she pretty much wants her daddy now.
Yeah, definitely.
Nightmare, take care. You are dope. You are awesome, dude. Take care.
Anytime, dude. My pleasure.
Yes, sir. Everyone,